Why, hello, folks. Today we're going to be doing that thing that everyone loves. We're going to be making a tier list. Yeah, everyone loves tier lists. And this is most likely going to be like the most subjective tier list I've ever made because we're talking fashion frame, people. We are talking Warframe deluxe skins. You know, the ones that you can just go and buy for platinum from the market. They got a whole thing for deluxe skins for Warframes. And I figured I would make my own list where I sort of go through all of them and rank them based on if I think they look cool or if I don't. And hey man, if you think I have bad taste and you completely disagree with my rankings, that is perfectly fine. In that case, tell me in the comment section what a big poopy head I am and how I'm ranking your favorite skin all wrong. That's fine, you can do that. So I'm going to be going from S to D in the tier list, where S represents what I think is the absolute best, most gorgeous, wonderful deluxe skins that exist in the game. A tier is for skins that I enjoy, that I like very much, that I think look really good and are like a huge improvement over the base Warframe aesthetics, but that I still don't really think is the best of the best. Good, but not the best. B tier is for skins that are okay. They have some things going for them, but they also have some things going against them, where I think they are only sort of like a slight improvement over like the looks of the base Warframe. C tier is for skins that I just don't care for. I just don't particularly enjoy them, and I don't think they look all that good, to be honest. And finally, the D tier is for skins that I actively dislike. Whereas, like, I honestly sort of wish it wasn't in the game or something. And I think it looks worse than just what the Warframe looks like without any sort of special skin at all. So that's the tiers, people. That's my explanation for it. So let's get started. Let's go straight to the arsenal and start checking out these skins. And first up, we're starting out strong with the Ashe Koga skin, which is beautiful. It's got the ninja aesthetics, it's got the headband thing going on for it, and like I'll be honest, I don't particularly enjoy the normal Ashe looks. Like Ashe Prime with this sort of like almost Egyptian style helmet, like I don't really know what they're going for there, and these huge sort of like arm plates. The design is kind of all over the place. Like this normal Ashe Prime, this doesn't scream ninja to me when I look at it, and he's supposed to be like the ninja frame. Same with the normal Ashe skin. Again, this doesn't really scream ninja to me, and it's one of the oldest frames as well, so maybe they weren't like that sort of hype about their own design, or like had figured out what they wanted the Warframes to look like. But the Koga skin, now this is what I want. This is what I've always wanted Ashe to look like. When he looks like this, it's fun to play Ashe. He's got like it's like the Ghost Recon or like the Splinter Cell with the he's stealthy, right? He's got all of that, yeah. All of the stealth thing going. So this is one of my favorite skins in the game. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. We're going straight into the S tier. Straight into the S tier. First S tier, people. Beautiful skin. So many cool, gorgeous details. It's so easy to color this to make it look good. I'm using this on my normal Ashe, and I just, ooh, look at that with all the black and gold and purple and stuff. Like, it's just, you can do whatever with this skin. It's gonna look great. So yeah, Ashe Koga skin, S tier. Woo! And then we have the Shroud skin, which is Ashe's second deluxe skin. He's got two, that's right, people. And I guess this one is going more in sort of like almost I guess maybe Assassin's Creed type direction or whatnot. But it doesn't really have the aesthetics I want. Like, it's an upgrade over his base skin, because his base skin doesn't look ninja-y at all. This is more like Assassin than Ninja, I guess. But, like, the fact that the Koga skin exists, right? The fact that the Koga skin exists means that I'm never gonna recommend any other Ash skin. This one is like, I don't know, it's just... I'm gonna put this one in the C tier. I don't enjoy it all that much. I don't think it looks all that cool. Maybe some people out there like it. I don't know. Probably. I don't. If you're gonna go Ash, I'm gonna say go Koga, because this is so baller. This is so awesome. This is everything Ash should ever aspire to be. And this, it's cool, but it just doesn't compare. So the fact that the Koga skin exists is what puts this guy in the C tier. Sorry about that. And then we get to Atlas Karst. This is sort of, look, it's minerals. He's made out of minerals. It's rock, and he looks really cool. He looks really cool, and it's so weird, and it's so different, and it sort of works with his sort of like clunky aesthetics and stuff like that. But like the problem with this guy is that he's so huge, and this model is so huge, and even though they've tried to make his right shoulder like lower, it is still sort of like an issue when you play missions and you try to aim down the sights and you just get blocked by the shoulders. You can't see what you're shooting at. So unfortunately, I would put this guy in the S tier just because I love the design and I love how inhumane and sort of like how cool he looks. But unfortunately, just because he's sort of annoying to actually play and it's just wonky to use him, I can't put him higher than the A tier. But he goes there because it looks so beautiful, so cool. Yeah, A tier for Karst. Now Banshee is like the Banshee Soprana skin. It's fine. It's going with the sound aesthetics. You see, ooh, sound waves and stuff like that, and it's got. What is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be like a loudspeaker or something, or whatnot? And it's got the headphones as well. So this is like Octavia before there was an Octavia, and it looks really nice. Looks really nice, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I'm gonna say, a bit bland in a way. It sort of just looks like a human. It sort of just looks like a human with a dress, and same like it's not Warframey enough, if that makes sense. Where I like where Warframes look a bit weird because that's sort of part of the aesthetics. Now, obviously, like Banshee Prime, this helmet is super ugly. I don't know anyone who likes that helmet, but she's got some other cool sort of like Tenogen skins that like improve way more on the concept, like what I normally play with Banshee, with this the Sonority skin, which is sort of more like Ultron inspired in the design. So it's okay, but it looks a bit too much just like a human in a dress. So I just don't enjoy it all that much. So ultimately, I'm gonna put the Banshee Soprana skin in the B tier. That's where she goes, in the B tier. Now, Chroma Dynasty. This is a really cool skin. I'm not even using the right helmet. There we go. Bam. Chroma Dynasty. Really going hardcore on like the sort of big scaly dragon aesthetic with the huge spikes and all that. And are we going with like, is it like Chinese dragon inspired? I would say something like that. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, obviously, like Chroma Prime's normal skin is also really good looking. I really like just normal Chroma Prime. Normal Chroma, no, not that great, but Chroma Prime looks fantastic. But this is just an improvement over that, and you can do so many cool things with the colors on this. It looks so rad. I love it. So I'm gonna put this one in the A tier. It's not one of my absolute favorites, but it's one of the stronger deluxe skins in the game. And if you walk down the runway with this, like, everyone's gonna love you. Man, that's rad. Looks rad. Now, Ember Prime has 2 deluxe skins. This is the latest one, the Ember Pyraxis skin, and this is one of the best looking deluxe skins I have ever seen in the game, bar none. She's got the chest plate and shoulder pads, which are removable, so that you can like you can modify how much jazz and pizzazz you want around her. She's also got a Cyandana, this one, the Volca Cyandana, which like, sort of like just further improves these aesthetics. Looks absolutely fantastic. I love just like the holes you can see in her thighs and the chest, and it like just looks like she's burning up from inside. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So this is the one I'm rocking, like just on my normal Ember Prime when I play her as well, because why wouldn't I use this skin? It looks so cool. So this is one of my favorite skins in the entire game. It looks absolutely fantastic. S tier right away. Bam, up in the S tier. Damn, what a cool looking skin. It's gorgeous. Go get it. And then we have Ember's second deluxe skin, the Vermilion skin. This skin is much older. This came out a long time ago, and you can tell in the sort of design and the aesthetics. It's like it's not as refined back then as it is now. It's got feathers and stuff. Like obviously they're all. She's always got the tomboy aesthetics. That's always been a thing with Ember. So this is sort of like the punk rock look with the mohawk, but then they added like these feathers here, which are supposed to like work with that, but they kind of don't. And you don't really like. I don't really know what they're going for with this thing. It's just primitive in comparison to the far superior Pyraxis skin. So while this is okay, it's fine. I'm not gonna put this deluxe skin higher than B tier. It's okay. It's okay. That's what it is. Now Equinox is my main. So when they announced that Equinox was getting like a deluxe skin, I was like, ooh, exciting. And then what we got here was the Antonym skin, which it's got like these very clear, distinct difference between night and day. You can see them here in the Captura, where the day form looks like this, and the night form looks like this. And I'll be honest, I don't like them. I kind of don't. I honestly think that this sort of just looks a bit weird. I don't really know what they were going for design-wise with this particular deluxe skin, and I don't enjoy using it. Look at these weird legs on this night skin. It's so strange, and this helmet on the day form, I don't know. And the problem here is that like Equinox Prime just looks absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best looking primes in the game. Just the mix that you get when you're in the orbiter, the night sort of like day form, and then this sort of more flowy, dreamy night form and stuff. They all look great. They all look fantastic. So in comparison, I honestly think the Antonym skin is a downgrade to her normal aesthetics, which is why I unfortunately gotta put Equinox Antonym in the C tier. It's not the worst. There are some offenders that are like really bad, but I don't care for it. Now again, Excalibur is one of those Warframes that has 2 deluxe skins, because hey, it's the poster boy. You got a lot of skins for Excalibur. You could also, I guess, maybe count like the Dex skin that you get as an anniversary event, but I'm not gonna throw in the Dex skins in this. I'm just gonna go for the ones you buy with Platinum. So this is the Excalibur Proto Armor set. It is from Dark Sector, the game that Digital Extremes made before they made Warframe, and this is what there's like the aesthetics of Warframe carried over from Dark Sector. There's so many inspirations from there, like the Zariman 10-0 is in Dark Sector sort of, or something that looks like it. And hey man, the main character is called Hayden Tenno, and he turns into like this bio-fleshy mutant thing in the game, and like that's what this looks like. So this is what you play as in Dark Sector. That's cool. And then they just took that over to Warframe and turned it into what we know as Excalibur. So you can buy this skin, so you can look as the Dark Sector version of Excalibur. As far as skins go, though, it looks very human, obviously, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's okay. It looks neat. I don't care all that much for normal Excalibur, because I think normal Excalibur is a bit boring, obviously. It's like the poster boy for the game, so everyone knows what that looks like. So this feels cool and different, but it's not one of my favorites. It's not one of my favorite skins in the game. So we're gonna put this in the B tier. That's probably where it should go. Now, the second Excalibur deluxe skin, oh, they went all out on this one. Now we're talking about a modern deluxe skin. Look at all of these details this is decked out with. Look at the spikes on the feet, and the big, huge pearls, and this super big horned helmet that looks almost like Inhuman, the big shoulder pad and all of that. These sort of like old school, almost like not samurai, but some sort of like Japanese demon aesthetics. Looks really, really cool. It's even got a nipple piercing, man, and it's also got its own animation set, the Excalibur Zato animation set. So that's extra bonus points for the fact that it comes with its own animation set. So, I like it a lot. Again, like with some other Warframes, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite skin in the game, but it's really, really cool. So we're gonna put this one straight into the A tier. Okay, the Frost Harka skin is absolutely baller. It is so cool. It is so cool. Look at these Viking aesthetics, yeah, with the horn helmet. Actually, Vikings never had horn helmets, but it's it's the idea of Vikings made from later generations. I'm gonna put this in the S tier. It is so good, and the reason why I'm gonna put it in the S tier is also because honestly, just what an improvement it is over the base Frost skin. The base Frost skin is like the primary color channel. That's the entire Warframe, right? That is everything. See, there's so little you can change. It's so monochrome, so it's really, really hard to make like a good fashion frame of Frost's normal skin. Now this bad boy, look at that. Different color channels are for different parts of his thing. So you can actually make this one look cool. And
wrong again.
the helmet is fantastic. He looks buff. He's got a six-pack and stuff. How can you not put this in the S tier? This is one of the best skins in the game. I love this. I love everything about this. So cool. Moving on, we got the Gara Kaleida skin, which is another smash hit. Look at this, especially with the Syandana with the glass bits on it. This looks so fantastic. There was an issue when it came out where, like, when she cast her number 2 ability, all the glass parts are removed from the armor, and they're just flying around her, and it made it look much worse. But they fixed that now, so the glass parts are always attached, because that's honestly what everyone wanted. Gara Prime looks nice as well, but this is one of the most gorgeous deluxe skins they've ever made. You can like put any sort of like random colors on this, and it's gonna look fantastic. It's wonderful. S tier people. This is like it's a delight to play Gara when you can make her look this sort of cool. I like how the base colors are sort of like Evangelion themed as well. It's rad. Alright, this is the Garuda Hinsa skin. It might be divisive, I don't know. But for me, I super dislike this. It looks so off-putting in its design. Which is like the normal Garuda. It's like the vampire-themed thing. It's got like the blood-themed aesthetics and the whatnots. This one, I guess, goes for a different sort of vampire, but like it looks so emaciated and monstrous. And it's got these weird pigtails on the helmet as well. Like, I'm sure there are people out there who like this and who think this is cool. It's just, I don't see myself ever wanting to use this on my Garuda. I don't, it's... I really dislike it. There are aesthetic qualities to it, I get that, but I really, really dislike it, and it's not the direction I was hoping they were going to go for when Garuda got a deluxe skin. So I'm unfortunately gonna put this one in the D tier. Yeah, it's one of my least liked deluxe skins out of all of them. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. But from there we can only go up, and we will, because Harrow Prime is S tier. This is a beautiful skin. I love how it's a ghost and it's see-through. You can see like the beating heart inside, but otherwise there's like just void. There's like nothing in there. It looks so cool. You can see it through the legs as well. So it's just like clothing draped over a ghost. It's when it came out, like there are other, they've used this for other Warframes since then, but Harrow was the first one where they used this sort of aesthetic in the deluxe skin, and it's so gorgeous. It takes you in a completely new direction as well. I mean, they came out with Harrow Prime, and Harrow Prime is just edgelord. He's just total edgelord, Inquisitor, Warhammer 40k, stuff like that. But this goes in a completely different direction with these sort of spooky ghost aesthetics, and it's beautiful. One of the coolest skins in the game. Now here's my problem with Hydroid, is that I hate playing Hydroid. I think he's the most boring Warframe in the game to play, gameplay-wise, so it's upsetting that they gave him what is quite possibly the coolest goddamn deluxe skin in the entire game, with this sort of like deep sea pirate corals growing out of him. Look, his legs is a clam. It's like, this is so fucking cool. It is gorgeous. It's even better when you realize that you can remove his coat if you want to. If you want to go for more of like the just the swimmer and the whatnot. He's got gills. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. They even went so far as to give his coat different water, like physics. So it does, see, it moves slowly. It moves as if he's underwater, even though he's not. It's, I love this skin. I love everything about it. This skin is S tier. It is one of the best skins in the entire game, if not the best skin in the entire game. It looks so cool. I was really hoping when they put this out that they were going to rework Hydroid as well, so that I had a reason to play him, because I want to play with him. I want to play with him when we have this skin and I can make him look this cool. Look at the fins on his arms, oh my god. But I can't bring myself to play Hydroid in the state he's in right now, because it's just not fun. But if they ever rework Hydroid to make him fun, this skin might be enough to make me a Hydroid main. That's how much I love it. It's gorgeous. Now, Inaros has got this skin, the Osiris skin. It's sort of like, it's going for a bit of like a Gundam, sort of like Japanese mech aesthetic. It's okay. It's no more than that. It doesn't inspire me. It kind of just looks, it looks like a Warframe. It doesn't have all that much pizzazz to it. Like, yeah, it's got these thermal vents and whatever, so it's definitely going for like the Gundam style. Jehuti, I think. Jehuti, but very reminiscent of that. But I'm just not that into it. It doesn't feel that special. Not to mention that like his normal Prime skin is gorgeous with his helmet and all that. It just looks fantastic. So it's hard for me to not just want to use his Prime skin instead, because I think his Prime skin kind of looks cooler than this. So it's fine, but it's nothing special. But the fact that I actually think it's like a downgrade from his normal Prime skin makes me want to put this in the C tier. It's like, I just know that I'm never gonna use this skin, so into the C tier it goes. Now Ivara got a cool one, the Scotty skin, because it's so in line with her aesthetics, right? With being like the huntress. This is like a different one. This is more like sort of a forest, wolf on the prowl kind of thing, which is rad. Otherwise, she's got like a poison theme to her stuff. Her normal prime skin, it's like the jellyfish. Like, ooh, it stings with the jellyfish. And then, of course, regular Ivara is like tree frog. Is the inspiration for her base skin. So, but she's also got the huntress aesthetic, and this one leans much heavier into the huntress aesthetic. I think it looks really cool. It's a good option for those who kind of don't enjoy Ivara's normal aesthetics and want something different from her. And you can do some pretty cool fashion frames with it as well, because it's got the very distinct left and right side that have different colors. It's just rad all around. It's a strong deluxe skin. It's going a different direction, so it's going to be very intriguing to a lot of people, and they're going to enjoy it if they don't like her normal aesthetics, but it still feels true to her character and what she's supposed to be. So, strong outing. This one goes in the A tier. Not one of the absolute best skins in the game, but it's very good. I like it. Now, Korra got a weird one. Korra got the Urushu skin, this one. And people, like, this one is divisive. People have had a lot of opinions about it. It's got so much detail. It's got the thigh highs that go up into these flowers and the spiky theme, because she's got spikes. That's her thing. That's her aesthetic. But it looks weird, doesn't it? It looks weird. And obviously, like, she also got another new animation set just for this one. Some people have said that the problem is with the animation set, and that's what makes it look weird. But I don't think so, because even if you use like Korra's normal animation set, a lot just feels off. She looks like she has this sort of weird bulge. I know a lot of people have said that she looks like she's pregnant, which is kind of just like, I don't know how they made it look like that, but it kind of does. And I'm not sure how I feel about the booby flowers as well, to be honest. Like, the helmet is cool and all, but it's so strange. And got these things on top of the butt to make the butt look bigger, but it's and the problem here is just like Korra's normal skin is really cool, with all of the sparks, sharp spikes and all of that, and just cool, just little skirt. You can do a lot of rad stuff with that. I mean, I'm just using the normal Korra skin for my Korra, and just, you know, some touch-ups basically, and it looks cool. And then this skin, it just looks weird. Now, I don't hate it as much as some people do, because I love the details. I love how much this thing has got going for it. But I don't think this is a home run. I don't think this is a smash hit. I see what they're kind of going for, but I don't think it was particularly successful. So I'm gonna put this in the C tier. It's not the worst of the worst, but I don't think it's a good outing. It's not great. Now, Limbo got this skin, the Limina skin, and this is the first time they've gone for what is clearly a sentient aesthetic. You can see it with like the legs and the green energy and the whatnot. This is what sentient design looks like. You even got like sort of the shoulders look a bit like sentient eyes, stuff like that. So it could have been really cool, but the problem is, I think Limbo is the completely wrong Warframe for this kind of aesthetic. I don't think this fits with Limbo at all. Like, base Limbo, like this is how we know him, right? We know him as the guy with the tuxedo and the top hat and the jolly trickster porting in the rifts and stuff. So this doesn't feel like Limbo. This feels like this was a design that was made for another Warframe. Nothing about this feels like Limbo to me. So hear me out. I'm gonna put this one in the D tier. It's really well made. It looks really cool, but this does not look like a Limbo skin. It feels completely wrong for the Warframe. For that reason, I'm never going to use it. Because this is not what I envisioned Limbo to be. This is not what I want a Limbo to look like. So that's the reason for the low score. Had they put this skin on another Warframe, I could have rated it higher. But as a Limbo skin, it kind of sucks, to be honest. I kind of don't like it as a Limbo skin. So, unfortunately, into the D tier it goes. Then we got Loki with the Knave skin. I don't know what to tell you. This is the most boring deluxe skin in the entire game. It's got nothing going on for it. Look at normal Loki Prime. Normal Loki Prime's got stuff. He's got details. He's got cool aesthetics and all of that jazz. And it's like, then this, it's boring. It's bland. It's boring. It's got nothing going on for it. Why would anyone ever use this? I wouldn't know. So D tier. It sucks. It sucks. Don't buy this. You'll regret it because it's boring. Now Mag got a bit of a weird one with the Pneuma skin. It's got some cool stuff, right? Normal Mag Prime, it's a classic old Warframe. We all know what Mag looks like. This goes in a completely different direction, which is like both good and bad. There are things that I enjoy about it. I like this sort of like just this cloth piece in front of the belly, and just the colors and the very robotic feel to it. This looks like a robot more than anything else. But then there are things that I sort of dislike, just how weird sort of like the frame is, where like these big broad shoulders that stick out, which is, something feels sort of off about it. Like this looks like normal shoulders. This looks like something else. It's fine, I guess. There's just something about it that I find a little bit off-putting. So it's cool. I like all the details in it. I like what you can do with it. So it's like slightly above average, I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna put it in the B tier. I think is fair. I don't think it's one of the strongest deluxe skins, but it stands out enough and does enough sort of cool things and pushes the boundaries to where it should still be like just. It's not in the low ranks. It's not C or D tier, but it's not like an A tier either. Now Mesa has just gotten like hit after hit after hit. Mesa has two deluxe skins. Number one, the Presidio skin. It's got this sort of like almost sort of like a piratey helmet or something, like a sea burglar or whatever. Now, but this looks fantastic. I love this here skirt. How it fits tight over it's wrapped around the midriff, and you can do so many cool things with it. This is the normal skin that I use for when I play Mesa. I just changed the colors, added some details, made it a bit more like gold and black, which is always a hit. But it's just really good looking. It's very solid. We're gonna put this one in the A tier. A tier for Mesa's first skin, just all around a good skin. And Mesa also recently got a second skin, which is again sentient inspired. That's a theme that's come back a couple of times with the Projectilist skin. Now, this one is cool. It's very different. I think the sentient aesthetics works better on Mesa than it does on Limbo. I like how they've made the chest portion look like a sentient face with almost like the eyes in the boobies. Love the helmet. The helmet looks so good with this flowing hair thing in the back as well. So again, I think this is a strong outing, and this is I think it's a successful implementation of like sentient aesthetics. It still looks like Mesa. It just looks like a sentient version of Mesa. Whereas the Limbo skin, it just doesn't even look like Limbo. So this is cool. This is cool, and the helmet is really cool. So I'm gonna put this one in the A tier as well. that's A tier for both of Mesa's skins. Now Mirage recently got this deluxe skin, the Onero skin, very sort of like Harlequin inspired. And she's got the little pointy shoes, and she's got like these padded stockings and whatnot. It's cool, and she's got, again, her own animation set, which is just the Onero animation set. But I'm not like the biggest fan of this. Again, it looks, one thing that's been a complaint for some other Warframes is that it looks a bit too human, I guess. It just sort of looks like a person wearing a dress. It's just like stockings and shoes and a dress. It's like, it partly doesn't even really look like a Warframe in that regard. And that's sort of like an issue as well with Mirage's normal like Prime skin, that she's got eyes. She looks very human compared to a lot of other Warframes. And this one's no different. Like the face is a bit more inhuman, but when it comes to the body and the clothes and all that, it's very human-like. So I kind of think it's a bit boring, unfortunately. It doesn't do anything for me. So I'm going to put this in the B tier. I think just the normal Mirage Prime looks better, to be honest. Now Necros has the Irkala skin, which I really like. It takes Necros in a bit of a different direction, because this is sort of mech inspired almost. You can make it look very mech. It's got a hole in the middle, right? It's because he's hollow, right? Because he's edgy. So normal Necros goes more for like the the skeletons and the skulls and the death and all of that. But this is sort of like more of like a evil death robot or something. It looks really cool. It's a fantastic looking helmet. I'm using this one for my Necros. Just colors are going a bit more in the Gundam sort of like style or whatnot. But it's a fantastic skin. It looks really good. We're gonna put this one in the A tier. Easy recommend if you want some new aesthetics for Necros. This is really cool. Alright, so Nezha's deluxe skin. This is where the boy becomes a man, right? Because otherwise, like, that's Nezha's thing. He's like the burning prince, the little boy. That's his theme. Empyrean is not a boy. First of all, he's got a rockin' package. Just right there, right in your face, rockin' package. And he is not afraid to show it off. And like, man, whew, if you like let this guy do his thing, right? Let's creep in with some feminine stuff as well, because if you're confident, you can just show your stuff and like it's gonna work. Like, I'm just gonna put on like Ember's Noble set here, and you can just check this out. He's got the fucking thigh highs. They end like right there by the start of the butt and stuff. And like this, man. Ember's Empyrean skin can make a man question his sexuality, is what I'm saying. This is some hot stuff. And it's so flamboyant. Look at all of these details. Look at this back piece right here with this face right in the middle of his ring. And all the ropes and the brass and the whatnots. It's so cool. One of the coolest skins in the entire game. S tier. Clear S tier. This takes Nezha to a whole new level. And if you also want to feel a bit confused about yourself when you play Warframe, and maybe give this one a twirl. So Nidus has got the Frike skin, and it's a very distinctive skin, because he's got like these glass or ghostly arms start like hugging himself. So it reminds me a bit of like the one of the boss fights in Final Fantasy X, Anima, which is sort of like also styled like this, and you can see the rib cage sticking out under there, and it's almost, it looks like rock-like or like fossilized or something. Yeah, fossilized could be a word for it. And when he's mutated, he becomes like this huge sort of armored thing. But here's the problem: I don't really like it. I know it's a very popular Nidus skin. I know people enjoy it, but I think the aesthetics are kind of off. You can see his brain as well, and the teeth under, like a Nomu from My Hero Academia. Where it's like, I want the infested aesthetics from Nidus, and like if you look at Nidus Prime and like just the mutated version, like here, this is kind of like what I think is a cooler path to take Nidus in, to go all in on those sort of aesthetics, and like there's a bunch of Tennogen skins that do the same. This one, this is the same issue I had with Limbo's deluxe skin. That like I don't really think this looks like Nidus. This is not what I imagine Nidus to be. It's got the eyeballs as well in the shoulders. So that's like William Birkin, Resident Evil 2. It's got a lot of different sort of like horror inspirations to it. But it's not the path I kind of want Nidus to go in. I don't really care for this skin all that much. So I'm going to put it in the B tier. That's right, people. Nidus Frike goes in the B tier. Alright, Nova is again one of those Warframes that has 2 deluxe skins. This is the first one, the Asuri skin. Now, you might have never seen this skin before, because you have probably never seen anyone use this skin before, because it's one of, in my opinion at least, it's one of the ugliest skins in the entire game. It's the helmet, I don't know what they were going for. It looks like some weird bumblebee thing almost, or like a bug, and this whole style, and look at these arms, they're just a bunch of cylinders and whatnot. And I think if you just stand still and just let the if you just let it see the idle animation, it's gonna like generate a bunch of sort of like extra hands. All right, let's see. Yeah, look, got some extra hands. Whoop-de-doo. And that's it. And this skin is atrocious. It looks so weird and so bad, and it goes in the D tier. It is not a good look at all for Nova. But then they made a second deluxe skin for Nova, the Atomica skin, and this one goes straight up into the S tier. Oh my god, it's so cool. Look at the metallic parts. Look at the belt straps that go like right here underneath the butt crease. It's like, oh, it's such a smash hit. This is another one where just man, it's so easy to make this one look good. Oh, it's so wonderful. The helmet's got like this jet stream sort of thing, and it's like tangled up here, but it's little horny things that intersect. I love it. I love it. This is the skin that made me want to start playing Nova, because the normal Nova skin, I never really enjoyed it. Nova Prime skin, I never really enjoyed that one either. The Asuri skin, I don't enjoy that. But the Atomica skin, this is what I always wanted Nova to look like. It is just so fantastic. Yeah, so I'm rocking a version of this as when I play Nova. Absolutely gorgeous. S tier. One of the best skins in the game. Go buy it right now, you won't regret it. Like so many other female Warframes, Nyx also has 2 deluxe skins. So first she's got this one, the Nemesis skin. I think this might also, like with the Excalibur skin, I think this is also sort of like a remnant from Dark Sector. This one looks almost like male in the aesthetics, like very sort of buff. And as it is, I kind of don't enjoy this skin all that much. And I was gonna put it just like down in the C tier. But I'm gonna put it all the way down in the D tier, and the reason why it's going into the D tier is because it gets outclassed so hard by the second Prime skin that there's just no reason why you would ever buy this when you can compare them. And then we come to her second second deluxe skin, the Pasithea skin, and this is such an upgrade. It's got the long, flowy like robes / skirt. It's got the beautiful helmet with all the rings and the details. You can color this so easily with like just so many cool things going on. This is like, I think, how most people want to play Nyx, which is it's so natural to gravitate towards this because it's got so much more going on just compared to Nyx's normal skin, which is just female Excalibur, which is what that was. And even the Nyx Prime skin is kind of sort of like basic and just doesn't have that much going on. And then you got this skin, which is just everything. Looks so fantastic. So I'm gonna put this one in the A tier. It's one of the better skins in the game. I'm not gonna put it up in the best of the best, but it's such a clear upgrade from just normal Nyx that you have to put it in the A tier at least. Might be convinced to put it in the S tier, but it's not special enough, if that makes sense. It's not memorable enough. It's just really, really good looking. Now, Oberon's Feyarch skin is really cool. It's gonna go into the A tier. I like how this one goes in a different direction from his normal skin, but is still reminiscent. Like, it still fits with his theme of like a forest spirit, but this one's like an evil forest spirit. Whereas normal Oberon is a bit goofy, right? Because he's a moose. No, or like a goat, rather. It's like the satyr thing. This one is more like an evil spirit, but it's still like sort of a forest spirit. It's got the leaves, it's got like the tree roots, and it's got some sort of Titania reminiscent things with the butterfly wings and whatnot. Looks fantastic. This is another one of those where it's like it's close to S tier. It's close to S tier. I was considering putting it in the S tier. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have a discussion about it in the comment section, people. Am I ranking this too low? Should this be S tier? Am I ranking it too low by only having it in the A tier? Let me know. Let me know how you feel about it. Okay, so this is the Octavia Maestra skin, and this one goes in the D tier. I don't know why they made this skin. It looks so generic and so bland and so nondescript. It doesn't have the music theme that Octavia, is supposed to have. Right? It just doesn't have it. And the problem here is that like normal Octavia looks really cool and really distinctive. And like Octavia Prime, if you just look at her sort of like base appearance, it's even cooler. And it pops. It's got nice colors. It's got the guitar strings. It's got the Manticore stuff as well. It's got sort of like the big band conductor feel to it with the helmet and whatnot. And then you have the Maestra skin, which is just some sort of demon, I guess, because it's got like evil teeth or whatnot. But where's Octavia? It's like Octavia is gone. So I don't understand what this deluxe skin is for. I don't understand who would buy it. It just feels wrong on every level. So I'm going to put this in the D tier. It doesn't even feel like sort of special. It doesn't feel distinctive or not doing anything interesting with it. It's just like it's almost like a procedurally generated Warframe that you just type it into an algorithm and just spit out a random Warframe, and that's kind of what it feels like. It doesn't have a theme at all. I don't know what they were going for. No, I don't like this at all. Alright, Revenant got the Mephisto skin, and the Mephisto skin fucks. Jesus Christ, it's cool. It is so cool. You can see the package going on underneath there. You can see the abs and the ripped chest and all of that. And here you can remove the Syandana if you want a good look at it, because the Syandana covers like the front as well. Oh, he's so big, he's so strong, he's so muscular. It's fantastic. And like you don't even get to see, like, this doesn't even do him justice in this light. All of his light stuff, it's too bright in the orbiter. So if I were to just like go into the shadow and see here, and then you can see like what his stuff like really looks like in practice. This is fantastic. One of the best Prime skins ever. Again, takes him in a completely new direction. Takes him probably more in the direction of what the original plans for him was, which was there was going to be more of a vampire frame before he became like a sentient frame, because most of his ability set is sort of like more vampire-esque, and then it's only his final ability, the the Spin to Win, the Dance Macabre, which is sort of like Eidolon themed or Sentient themed or whatever. But if you want to go with like a vampire aesthetic instead, this is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. S tier. S tier. One of the best deluxe skins they've ever made. I love it. Alright, so Rhino's Palatine set is probably one of the most popular deluxe skins. It's become sort of like the quintessential Rhino skin, and for good reason. It looks absolutely fantastic. He looks thick, he looks strong, he looks like a beast, he looks like he's made of metal. You can just color this middle part if you want him to like really have super defined abs. It's beautiful. And everyone loves this skin. I don't know what else to say. This is S tier. It fits perfect with his aesthetics. Just classic. Like, this is probably the best Rhino helmet because it's just got the Rhino horn and no other jazz. Other than that, this just looks like a huge fucking suit of armor. and it looks like it can go through walls. It's fantastic. It's perfect in its simplicity. Everyone loves this skin. I love this skin. Why wouldn't you love this skin? It looks amazing. Now, this is Saren's deluxe skin, the Orphid skin, and I do not like this at all. It is so weird looking. Normal, Saren Prime has like a weird helmet, that's fine, but other than that, it's like, this is just her aesthetics and whatnot. But like, standing on her tippy toes is weird. The way this skirt looks, it's weird. The little pointy snoot on the helmet, it's weird. Everything about this is just sort of like odd and feels off. And Saren is probably the Warframe that has like the most sort of like Tenogen skins, because just working off the base skin for Saren is so easy to make things look cool. It's like, how can you fail with Saren? You kind of can't. It's like just such a wonderful base to work with to make cool, good looking skins. And then you have her Prime skin, or like the Deluxe skin, which just is a downgrade from all other options. So this one goes in the D tier. I think it's kind of ugly, to be honest, and I would it's like the last option I would ever use for how I want my Saren to look like. I would pick like anything else other than this skin, which I guess is kind of a harsh indictment of it, but there we are. Now, Titania got the Empress skin, which is somewhat neat. We got they're still going for like the forest nymph aesthetic and whatnot, but I feel like they only sort of like managed to hit that with the skirt. The skirt is gorgeous. The inside of the skirt looks absolutely fantastic with those colors there. But other than that, it's not that memorable of a skin. It doesn't have that much else going for it. If you compare it to like her Prime skin, which got all of these like moving butterflies and all of that, and in these cool the back part with the wings and the whatnot, this one feels sort of like just more memorable. Whereas this one, it's got the skirt. The skirt is fantastic. The skirt is gorgeous. Maybe you can make an argument for this sort of like floofy thing around the neck as well. But other than that, it's not super memorable. It's not super unique or distinct in how they made it. So I don't like it all that much, unfortunately. I'm going to put this in the B tier. It's not bad. It's just nothing special, except for the skirt. The skirt is wonderful. Now, this is probably the pick that I'm gonna get the most flack for on this entire list. I'm gonna put the Strega skin for Trinity in the B tier. I understand that people love it. I understand that it's like a very popular Trinity skin. It's so distinct and it's so different from normal Trinity. Like, normal Trinity's got this big, it's lobster butt, and it's like all of this jazz and all of these details and like and whatnots. And this one goes in a completely different direction. It is very sort of like scaled down. It is very muted, it is very sort of simple, and it's got completely different aesthetics. And if you want to go for like a white mage thing, this works just as well. It's just a thing that I've said about a couple of other Warframes as well, in that I think it looks too human. This just looks like a human wearing a mask. It's got a human body with human clothes almost. It just looks like a jacket that like anyone could wear. And I sort of go against that. Like, if I see a Warframe that kind of doesn't look like a Warframe, then that's not my kind of aesthetics. I know why people like this skin. It looks wonderful. It looks gorgeous. It just doesn't look like a Warframe. So, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna put it in the B tier, because like this is... I'm never gonna use this. I understand why people use it. I'm just saying I'm not gonna use it, but... Oh well, them's the breaks. That's just my taste, people. It's how the wind blows. So Valkyr's got this thing, the Gursemi skin, which is supposed to be what Valkyr looked like before she was captured by Alad and before he experimented on her and flayed her and whatnot, and before he put the braces on her arms. So if this is what Valkyr used to look like, then I'm happy that Alad experimented on her and ripped her apart, because this looks awful. This is such a terrible skin. And like, don't get me wrong, her prime skin isn't super great either. It's got such a weird helmet and all of that. So Valkyr's really struggling for good skins, and this wasn't it. It's just, I don't know what they're going for with the face. And it's not that cat-like either. It's got like the tail, and it's got like the little kitty claws on the feet. But other than that, it's not very cat-like either, which is otherwise what her aesthetics go for, you know, with the kitty helmet. So I don't know why anyone would ever get this. It doesn't look good. D tier, bottom tier. It's a really bad skin. Don't get this. Alright, so Vauban, he got this, the Citadel skin, which is sort of like the mechanical knight. Looks like a medieval knight. Looks a bit like sort of Alexander from Final Fantasy VII, with like the moving parts inside. It's okay, but I think it's a bit silly. I don't think it really belongs in Warframe. It feels like this feels like a character from a different game. I don't hate it like some other skins, but I don't like it either. I'm gonna put it in the C tier. It's fine, I guess, but it's a bit wonky and it's a bit silly. It just looks like a big tin man. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's goofy. It's goofy and I don't really like it. Alright, Volt also got 2 skins. He's got 2 deluxe skins. This is the first one, the Proto skin. His first deluxe skin. It's an old one. I think this might also be a sort of remnant from Dark Sector. Now, here's the problem with this skin. Like, it looks cool. It's got some weird jazz to it, but it's like, you could sort of like it and dig into it, but the problem with this skin is that it revealed something to us that we didn't know. You see, Volt, he's got this sort of like skirt, covering up his stuff. Volt Prime's got the same skirt covering up his stuff. Volt Protoskin does not have the skirt, and it revealed to us that Volt has Hank Hill butt. Volt has Hank Hill butt. There's absolutely nothing going on back there. It saddened me. I didn't want to know this about Volt. It's just miserable, people. There is just nothing to do about this. So the skirt was an improvement. And just for the fact that this skin revealed the Hank Hill butt on Volt, I'm gonna put this in the D tier. And I wish that this this skin had never been made, so that I didn't have this knowledge about Volt. But I do now. I can't unsee it. It makes me angry. But then we come to his second deluxe skin. It was just released, the Volt Electrolist skin. It's, again, Sentient inspired. It came out together with Mesa's Sentient inspired skin, except this one is all lightning and electricity. And look at this. It doesn't even have a body underneath this Sentient hull, or just a husk or whatever. So it's just electricity. The insides, you can see right through. It's just electricity. And this looks so fucking cool. It's one of the coolest skins I've ever seen in my life. Also, big skirt, hiding that butt well, which is what makes everyone happy. Now we can just imagine that there's actually something going on down there. Look at these legs. Look at all of the... S tier. S tier. This is the coolest Volt skin ever. This is one of the coolest skins ever. If you didn't know about this new skin that they just released, man, and you're like a Volt player, go grab this one. Wow. It's gorgeous. And final entry on the list, the Wukong Samadhi skin. Are we going Goku? Is that it? Are we going Goku in his feral form? Definitely has the Saiyan aesthetics with the hair as well. But yeah, evil demon monkey, sort of like rock-like in the textures. Looks really cool. Clear upgrade from his normal stuff, because normal Wukong, this looks a bit wonky with the sort of like a Chinese god sort of aesthetics and whatnot. Wukong Prime is fine. Wukong Prime looks cool. Ooh, what's up with the helmet? No, I want... there we go. But this one is rad. It goes in a different direction. I like it. It's a strong skin. It's a strong outing. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. It's not in the best ones. It's not my favorite, but I'm not gonna say it's not cool. It's very cool. It's different. It's cool, and it works. That's a clear A tier for me. All right, people. There you had it. That's the list. Now let me have it. You just throw all the dirt you can at me for talking shit about your favorite skin. It's fine. It's fine. We can have a discussion about it. So yeah, if you disagree, let me know. If you agree, let me know. Because hey man, it drives up engagement, and apparently that's good for the channel or something. So yeah, that's the list. Thank you for watching it, and I will see you again tomorrow for something completely different.